this is the one I made at home, and like I started off pretty cute, right? This is the sketch I did for my own sticker sheet, but like I started off cute, right? And then it's like, oh cool, I have all these stickers, what do I do with them? Actually it's still cute now, but watch, it's like bam 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 bam, and it's like, oh, that's it. Like, okay, it's open. Sorry, it's really hard to do with one hand. So this is actually my Sakura pen, and this is my red variant. Oh, it looks so nice. I'm so excited. I had to remake some of my previous ones because I actually ran out, which is great, you know? It's just like, I don't know, for people who make enamel pens, like when you run out of the designs that you printed, especially like original designs where you're like, I will never sell these, you know, who would want these? When did you sell out? It feels so good. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm gonna pack a few Kickstarter. Oh my god, this is heavy. I'm gonna pack a few Kickstarter orders today because I'm gonna head out to ship out some of my online store stuff. So maybe I could do some from some of the Kickstarter ones as well. And then I'm just gonna pack all weekend. Look at that. Oh wow. So I got a con coming up. Well, I won't personally be there, but I'm sending my friend to Anime Matsuri to sell for me. So hopefully he'll be okay because this is his first time in selling at my booth. It's not the best, and I have been pretty lazy with my display. So I've been taking out all the circles that I have made after COVID shut down, and I thought I didn't make a lot, but it's turning out to be quite a bit. So I'm gonna punch these out and then I'll put these on the display. Yeah, cool. So this is like one of the proxy boards I made right before COVID happened, the full shutdown, because I was making it for a convention I was sending a proxy to. I had 2 proxies that weekend and I had 3 cons in one weekend, so I was gonna go to one and send 2 people to go for me. So I had to make a 3rd display, which I've never done it before. So this was the one I was working on, and then everything shut down. So now I'm just in the process of adding all the new buttons to the board. And because this is something that I'm not going to be personally selling, but someone that is not too familiar with my stuff, I condensed the selection to people, to stuff that's more popular. So instead of like a 900 inventory, they'll do a 500, I don't know. Make their life easier. So this is the non-anime section. I like cut out so many sections. I usually have 4. This is my 3rd side, and then this is my 1st and 2nd. My full board is usually like completely full, but let's just be nice to the people that are helping me out. So I cut the selection down. So if you ever see me at a con, if you see me, you'll have the whole selection, but if you see my helpers, you might get the condensed version, and that's when you come to my online store and have access to the full thing. Even my own version at the cons don't have everything I do, because even I get tired. But once you come online, since I'm at home, I have all access to all my designs, you could get them. Yeah, so we're just gonna start plugging these in. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I realized with sticker paper and a cutter, I could make my own custom label papers. Okay, so I printed out my own custom stickers for labeling, and I applied it to my labels on top. I even printed out my rows, which implies this way, and now each of the titles on display also has A, B, C, D, E, F, G, row 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's gonna happen for my proxies now is when people order, most people, if it's me, they could just tell me the names and I'll just know in my own book because I just memorized it. But for people who don't know the series, what people can do is like, oh, I want Sakura, which is row A, series A, Sakura. Except if the helper helping me don't know who Sakura is, and to be fair, Sakura have like 5 different Sakuras. He could be like, what row and what series, and what series alphabet. So people could be like, oh, she's row 1, series A, Sakura. And then at this point, if they don't know the character, they're like, what's the hair color? And they're like, oh, it's the one with the pink background. Set. Yeah, so let's try this out. And because series that are licensed by Funimation, they allow us in the artist alley to sell fan art, but there are one stipulations that we can't label it with the logo and call it the title, because it comes up as official. So if you look carefully, stuff that's been licensed by Funimation, obviously that's Ed. The title of it is Cost You an Arm and a Leg. People will think this is funny. I'm pretty proud of this one. And 7 Deadly Sins is 7 Deadly Criminals. Not licensed by Funimation. Fairy Tail is Pixie Tail. The issue with the labeling system like this is fans like it, but if you are a helper trying to sell my shit within all that crap, people are like, I want Pixie Tail. And they're gonna be like, Pixie Tail, Pixie Tail, Pixie Tail, what the hell is Pixie Tail? Because the actual thing for my labels is actually labeled Fairy Tail. So you could confirm the series by saying, oh, what row is it? Pay row 3, series D. Then in this book, what we're gonna do is our pages of rows. So I'm like, okay, we're row 3, so you go to page 3, and then you go series D, and it's like, oh, and then you go, oh, you mean Fairy Tail? They're like, yeah, and which character do you want? And then they're like, I want Natsu. And I'm like, oh, cool, label, Natsu, bam. And then you take it out, and then you punch it with the button puncher over there. Yeah, so it's still gonna be a lot of work for people who help me out, but that's the system. And then the way I organize my boards, well, this will be the left side and that'll be the right side, but the ones that are labeled blue are mostly anime. So I put all the animes into one section, and this section over here, and the display is gaming, cartoons, and miscellaneous series, like Sweeney Todd. So what I did was, I usually have 2 books for this, one for anime and one for non-anime, but since this is the condensed version, oh, Dyson's freaking out. Since this is the condensed version, starting from row 15, so which is page 15, it's cartoons, right? And then games. So we have an entire page for Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Then we have more for Fire Emblem. Danganronpa, games. And what I did was I made this future-proof as well. I even wrote down the date this was made so we could keep track of the changes. Next up is revamping my enamel pin display. And for the proxy one, I want to make it pretty. I think I'm going to revamp my entire display eventually. But this is what my old one used to look. This is like taken apart. And it broke throughout the travels, like the wooden panel here. So sad. So I'm not going to use this. But and also, like, it's really nice that I was able to use the back of my business cards to color code this like this, but it really does take up a lot of room. So what I'm gonna do is use the white foam here on the bottom as a base, and I'm gonna print on my waterproof vinyl sticker sheets and then pin it over. I've seen other artists do it at their displays, and I thought it was nice. I'm like, oh shit, how did they make that? I thought they ordered it, but I'm like, wait, we could just make this from home. So what I did was figured out with my handy ruler, right, how much space my different types of enamel pins would need, and my EV ones, because they're 1.3 inch. So I think I'm gonna make them into a square layout, so 3.5 by 3.5 with 1 centimeters in between. And then I kind of mocked designed it, and the bigger ones are going to be 4.5 centimeters by I think 4 centimeters. And I'm just gonna have to kind of figure out what I'm gonna do. But since I know the dimensions for these, and I know this is the letterhead paper, could figure this out on Photoshop over there. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm tired. So currently working on my enamel pin background. So I'm gonna print these in sticker paper. Okay, so after some hacksawing with the board and figuring out on my computer, I printed this out on sticker paper and I stuck it on the white foam board. And since I only have a small printer, I printed like half. I think I printed 3 rows like this, and then I just stitched it, the bottom part together. And I put in some of the pins I'll be selling at cons here, and I like taped the shit out of the back because similar to buttons, it's dangerous. So at least I want to protect at least few layers of tape. Yeah, and so basically what we're gonna do here now is, if it's a 6 feet table, I think what's gonna happen is we'll move this here like that, and this, and yeah, it's gonna be like this. Sorry about that. Yeah, so the nail pins will be in the middle. The buttons will be like that, and I have this entire board empty, and I have made a bunch of like new stuff, I guess, like my sticker sheets and stuff. So I could design, put the sticker sheets here and washi tapes, and then on my second tier level, which I'm using my wall shelf for, I've condensed my bookmark collection down to half, and well, at least for my proxy. And then I put my vinyl sticker collection here. And this side, I'm not sure what I'll do. But basically, realistically, this would be like that. And it's gonna be like this. So top, bottom, it will be a seamless transition. There won't be this empty space. And then on top of that, it's gonna be like my print wall, which I haven't figured it out yet. But with 8 feet table, what is, I'll spread it out more, and the middle space over there will have another panel, which I usually advertise like other things. Usually I advertise our decks. So I think I'll do that because I think Anime Matsuri coming up, we upgraded to an 8 feet table. Yeah, so it's getting there, guys. It looks shitty, but it's so much better than what it used to be. Yeah, I think blue is a good color. I might do pink next time. But yeah, it's kind of cool seeing like my pins all laid out like this. Oh, alright guys. Guess what time it is? It is 5:30 something, 5:53 a.m. And it's kind of nice that the sun comes out early, but then it's also like, man, I've been up way too late. So, it took me almost a week to get to this point in con prep. I'm pretty much almost done. And because I can't go physically, I'm just like sending everything you need to set up at home. And normally I would send like 3 boxes like this from my place, but since I can't go and bring anything, I think I need to turn that box to fit my display and put this box in the big box, and hopefully it's not gonna cost me an arm and a leg to ship it. So yeah, that was like a really long video, but I'm gonna end it with this. I am gonna be launching my next Monster Girl pen project, so you can I'll post a link in the YouTube as well. You can follow the project. Probably by the time you see the video, it's gonna be live tomorrow. Let me see if I can preview this. One sec. Okay, so here's the preview. Once we go down, that's the story, and here are the designs. Unlike most of my other projects, I actually made 6 designs this time, which took a lot out of me. So then this is the pledge goals, and I finally have like the add-on option that Kickstarter has finally put it in, so people could just easily add extra pins without like messaging me all the time. I've also decided to make memo pads of these two, and they're limited, so that's gonna be added in, and then you can add in the previous team for more than the price that people pledged for, but slightly cheaper than buying from my store because of the combined shipping. Yeah, but thanks for watching. If you're still around, like me ramble about my con prep, which took like over a week or two of my life, and I'm still stressing. But yeah. But before I oh my god, 3 days ago, I sent my stuff that you saw in the previous clips to my proxies, but my UPS box, the one with all my display that I was working on, was held at customs, and it was like in a warehouse, and I started freaking out because like if anything gets stuck at a warehouse or a custom, even though they tell you it takes maybe like a few days, like it could take up to months. Like I've seen this happen to other people, so I was freaking out because Matsuri is like in a week, and I'm like, oh my god! But I think it passed, and I think it's gonna make it on time. So now I'm just coasting. Yeah, that's my story. Thanks for watching. I should do more like short blogs, but here's the big dump. So yeah, support my Kickstarter. Wow.